With the Phoenix Suns entering their next offseason, there are a lot of questions remaining on who will be on this roster. But with this new report, this changes everything for the Phoenix Suns and Devin Booker, as it is said to say that he is going to likely extend with this Phoenix Suns team. So, what does that mean for Matt Ishbia, who has stated multiple times that he wants to retool around the superstar? We're going to get into all of that and more on this episode of Suns Digest here. I'm Bruce Velez, and you guys have been absolutely fantastic, showing your love and support on the channel over these last couple of days, weeks, months, however long you've been subscribed. I truly do appreciate all the love that you guys have given in the comment section, in the like section, and for the people that have come through to the live streams as well. So if you do enjoy the content and want to stay up to date on everything regarding around this Phoenix Suns team, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Right around 64% of you guys who watch the videos are not subscribed. We want to make sure that we get the content to you guys out right away for all you guys that want to stay up to date. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. Without further ado, we're going to dive and we're going to get into this video at hand today. So make sure to grab a snack, ladies and gentlemen. And we got some interesting news to kind of dive in and to talk about with this Phoenix Suns team, as the new report has led us to believe that Devin Booker is going to be staying with the Phoenix Suns, and this is something we all have kind of really anticipated within this team, as well as we see from Sam Amico and from Brian Windhorst that the report let us know that the Suns are to offer Devin Booker a 149 two-year extension this summer. And this was discussed not only by them right now at this point, but also while the season was going on. As we all know, the Phoenix Suns are a little bit in a tight spot here, right? They're entering next year still in the second apron. They still have 7 guys under contract, and it's going to be some difficulty and flexibility for this team to drop below that first apron. And Booker, who's obviously making around $49 million this season, going to be making 53, is extension eligible to add 2 more years on to his contract, which would lock him up for not only the 2028-2029 season, but for the 2029-2030 season, ensuring that Devin Booker would be getting a substantial contract and making around $70 million over the next couple of seasons a year. But with the contracts always rising and with these superstars continuing to play at their peak play, Booker is definitely deserving of a contract like this, and it should be gifted a type of contract like this. You look at what he's been able to give this Phoenix Suns organization through his heart and through the tough times, through the great times of making the finals. He has been that focal engine, that number one guy, the face of this franchise for the Phoenix Suns, and he showed that with being the franchise scoring leader this season, and I think the Suns are going to want to reward him with that as well. Like I mentioned, Matt Ishbia has stated multiple times and in the ESPN article that he wants to rebuild or retool. He does not want to rebuild. He does not want to strip down everything. He wants to stay competitive. He wants to sell winning to the Phoenix Suns fan base, and by having Devin Booker, that is going to show to the Phoenix Suns fan base that they care about the loyalty still. They still care about this team, that they're going to do whatever they can to make sure that this team can get a winning team around Devin Booker. As we've seen with Booker, obviously, in his career, he's been very successful as a star, but hasn't obviously taken that leap to be, a top 5 player in the league, or the leap to, be in that MVP type of conversation since he had been in the finals over these last couple of seasons. And I do think that he's a top tier player, regardless, even if he's not, that number one option to go win you a championship. He's still a solid NBA player, can be a solid number 2 option, and can still be a top tier, if not the top tier shooting guard in the NBA. And we have seen that put on display. Yes, this season he was a little bit more passive. Yes, he wasn't as active as a scorer, as that guy that's going to get that bucket for this Phoenix Suns team. But you look at this roster, you look at the reports that have come out with Mike Budenholzer running this randomness offense. Booker probably was uncomfortable with that. Obviously dealt with Mike Budenholzer telling him to tone it down vocally. Booker wasn't really happy with Budenholzer and with the direction of what this team was going. So clearly, him investing in something personal, working on the assist game, helping to find those other scorers, because Bradley Beal was not doing that and taking that POA role like Budenholzer wanted him to be in Drew Holiday, which we talked about in the previous video. Booker had to relate and be that point guard and run that point book again, so he could not only get comfortable in finding his own shots as a scorer, but helping his teammates find shots like Bradley Beal, Ryan Dunn, Oso Iguodala, Kevin Durant, so they could help this team team as well. It's not just a two-man running show with the Phoenix Suns. And you saw when Kevin Durant was out, when Devin Booker was able to be that number one scorer and that leading focal point for this Suns team, he was able to put this team on the back and once again show to Suns fans that he's still a top-tier scorer and top-tier shooting guard in the NBA. So I think the Suns giving Devin Booker would be an extension, would be absolutely fantastic for this team. It still allows you to once again be competitive, show that you're willing to win, and showing your loyalty to your franchise star who just broke the all-time scoring record for you just this season. How would it look if you almost traded away Kevin Durant without telling him, and then this offseason trading away Devin Booker, regardless if he asks out for it, I obviously see it. But with this report wanting an extension, he's not going to be asking out for a trade. And he's clearly stated that he wants to stay in Phoenix multiple times. So even if you're Devin Booker, right, and you get traded, it's most likely going to be the Phoenix Suns front office saying, hey, we can't fix this issue. We can't build around you. We're going to have to move off you. We're getting to greener and brighter pastures. And for the Phoenix Suns fans and to people like me, that would be an absolutely disgrace. It would be a slap in the face on your loyalty to this team and how much you've really been dependent on this team. And we would have to see another maybe 10 years of disdain in Phoenix, in the Valley, with no real path, no real superstar, but with just draft picks and the potential to have that, but with no actualization of a direction. I'd rather keep Devin Booker. I'd rather be in that front seat driving with a top-tier guy who's going to lead the Phoenix Suns to some good destinations. Yes, the Phoenix Suns are not going to be the number 3 seed in the Western Conference next year led by Devin Booker. We all know that. But are we really going to go into that expectation? No, we need to go in with the expectation that this team is going to be better and it is going to gradually get better over these next couple years, where some other teams in the Western Conference still seem to fall out. The Suns can recoup, rebattle, hopefully with a new front office to retailor this team once again around Booker and what he desperately lacks on the defensive end, in addition and adding that to pair stars to co-side and work right alongside of him for the best of this Suns team. I will always say that trading Devin Booker going into this full-on rebuild is not the right move for the Phoenix Suns, and I think this direction of keeping Devin Booker, regardless of how you feel of the contract, regardless of how you feel how he played this season, he is still the guy for the Phoenix Suns, and you have to reward a guy who once again has been through thick and thin with this front office and has dealt with disdain and pure happiness of Bleak of making the finals and unfortunately losing. You need to reward him with that long-term extension, even if in 2 to 3 seasons Devin Booker feels uncomfortable and requests that trade. You honor your star player. You look at all these other franchises that have done it in the past. You look at the Bucks, who previously did that with Giannis Antetokounmpo, wanting to keep him stay healthy. You look at Damian Lillard, who tried his best in every right way with the Portland Trailblazers, and the Blazers were the direction wanted to move off of Dame, not Dame wanting to move off him. They wanted to go into the rebuild. That is not what the Phoenix Suns are saying. The Phoenix Suns say, Devin Booker, we want to keep you. We want to build around you. We want you long term. And that's the ideology that this front office should have. You do not want to lose your entire fan base in just one season or season and a half, all to go wrong. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. As you all know, not only am I a huge Phoenix Suns fan, I'm a big Devin Booker guy. I'm a big Kevin Durant guy. I'm big for these stars. I want to see success in Phoenix, and I know they want to see success in Phoenix as well. So I'm hoping with the Suns that we get to see this extension come through. Don't care if it's $70 million. Contracts are going to increase. People are going to clown the contract. It does not matter. In 2 to 3 years, the contract is not going to be the most paid contract or is not going to look as a bad contract for Devin Booker. Like I said, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this. Do you want Devin Booker to stay? Do you not want him to stay? I would think that everybody would want Devin Booker to stay, but some people in this fan base want to go with that rebuild, and I don't blame them for seeing that ideology. I personally just don't agree with it. But let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and go Phoenix Suns. Peace out, everyone.